Hello, spooky people. My name is Steven. I am here to share my spooky story with you. My story begins in 2014. At that time, I had chronic fatigue. I had neck pain, really severe neck pain, right at the base of my neck. Joint pain. I used to twitch when I was going to bed, when I would lie down to go to bed. I didn't know it at the time. I did have chronic Lyme disease. Wound up going to a kinesiologist and muscle tested for Lyme and co-infections. And what came back positive was Borrelia, Bartonella, and Ehrlichia. So I had started treatments focusing on that at first. How I originally found out about Spooky was actually through a friend. He had brought over generators, one of the first generators that was purchased off of Amazon for like 86 bucks, I think it was. And at that point, we were making homemade remotes out of tinfoil or something like that. I was introduced by a friend who brought one of those over in a, hey, this is a really cheap Rife machine. Let's check it out. Let's do dinner and check this thing out. So that's how I got introduced to it. I actually was introduced to that months before I knew I had Lyme. Since then, the XM generator had come out. There was a version 1 of the remote. It was 2 circuit boards. It didn't yet have the magnet on top. And I had a couple of those XM generators. And that's what I used when I had originally been diagnosed as a kinesiologist with Lyme disease. So my treatments lasted about a year and a half. I started with just the 2 generators. One generator would run detox 24/7. It was a liver, kidney, lymph. The only thing that changed was the type of detox that I was running, but I was always running a detox all day long, and I would run that for probably a couple days before I'd switch it up. The other generator, the second generator, would always run something that was killing, either the Borrelia, the Bartonella, or the Ehrlichia. So when that was all said and done, how Spooky helped me was really, it gave me my life back. Lyme patients tend to be a little angry, shall we say. I remember my wife looking at me one day saying, "You're back. Where you been?" And it kind of broke my heart, but what an appreciation for what Spooky has done. I've been asymptomatic since I finished treatments. I haven't had any issues. My generators are running nonstop, but they're always running and helping somebody. It really brought home when I was awakened in 2014 to I really got to do something. My aha moment was when I was watching my daughter play outside. It was a spring day. It was beautiful out. Temperature was beautiful, mid-70s. The wind was gently blowing, the flowers were coming up, and my daughter was playing outside, and I remember looking out there. I just couldn't muster the strength to get outside. I just couldn't do it. I was so tired. I was so chronically fatigued. I couldn't get up there and go outside to go play with her. So yeah, I consider Spooky giving me my life back. I really do. Now, like I said, I'm asymptomatic. I'm outside all the time, doing yard work, lifting things up, moving around. It's great. My protocol revolved around for the killing. There was just a handful of frequencies that I wound up using to start. I have a list of them. First was the in the proven database. There's Borrelia, Burgdorferi, Lyme disease. In the proven database, there's a Bartonella Hensley, also in the proven database, and there were 2 Bartonella Quintanas in the XTRA database. Bartonella Quintana and Bartonella Quintana 2. I had run all those. And then Ehrlichia, there's one in the proven database. Ehrlichia was the quickest one for me to kind of stop running. It stopped. I stopped treatment on that after maybe 6 weeks. I really stopped feeling the tingling, the numbness, which I attributed to the Ehrlichia after about 3 weeks. So I basically doubled the time that I ran it from the time I stopped having symptoms, and I haven't had any issues. So I assume that was okay. The Bartonella and the Borrelia I definitely ran for a good year and 2 months on remote alone, basically just 24/7. At that point, I had gotten a Spooky Central, and I started doing plasma treatments. I would do the plasma treatment with detox on the remotes. I would run 2 detoxes on remotes and run the plasma. I'd run detox for a day and then switch over to the plasma again, run that those frequencies, and then do the remotes for the rest of the day. So every day I'd run a plasma treatment, killing Borrelia and Bartonella, and I'd always support it with the detox with 2 generators. That really got me a really long way. When I ended, I started making programs where I would run a frequency for maybe 6 minutes. As standard, I think they run for 3 minutes. So what I would do is I would sweep a 1/4% down, or say 3 hertz. I'd sweep 3 hertz down, 3 hertz up. So if my target frequency was 100 hertz, I would start at 97. I would run 97 hertz for 6 minutes, 98 for 6 minutes, and I would just slowly sweep. And the time of the sweep was basically 3 minutes per frequency. And my goal was to account for any mutations, and that's really where I started seeing tremendous success with my treatments, was when I started running it longer and sweeping a little bit below and a little above where my frequencies were. Borrelia, the first one, 939 hertz. So I would start at 936, and you know, I'd run 36, 37, 38, about 6 minutes each, and then 40, 41, 42. So that's how I did it. What gear do I have? I've got a fairly decent poo-poo platter of gear. I've got about 5 XM generators that I'm up to now. I got 1 GX, Generator X. I have the Spooky Central still with the straight plasma, the polycarbonate plasma tube, and the Fanatron bulb, and I have a Scalar, Spooky Scalar. What is the best thing about Spooky? The best thing about Spooky2 to me is actually the mission statement. And I'm going to read it to you guys because this is so important. Our mission: we aim to empower people to take control of their own health and live long, healthy, fulfilling lives with happiness and joy. You just don't hear this being said anymore. People need to hear this. People need to listen to this. This is where all the power is. To help somebody and empower them to take control of their own health is to give them their life back. That's what's special about Spooky. And I've tried to live up to this. I've tried to pay forward as much as I can with every opportunity that I can to anyone seeking help with treatment, with what do I do, with questions. Regulations in the US say I can't treat someone, but I can talk them through. I can tell them where to go for information. If they have a question, I can help them answer that. I can help them to gain control of their health like I had tried to gain control of mine. And that's where all the power is. It not only helps that person, it helps you as well. It really makes a difference. So for me, the best part about Spooky is all of your actions, all of your decisions are based on that vision. On your vision and mission statements, and that's so powerful. If we all lived in a world, just imagine if we lived in a world where everyone's concern was to help somebody to achieve their potential, where would we be? It would be unbelievable. There's a lot of I have mine, go get yours. There's a lot of I know about it, I'm scared to say something. I'll be the first to admit people have told me that there's no way this stuff will work. And I don't get upset. I wish them the best. I wish them no ill will in any way. But I also know that it does do something, and it's given me. I know what it's done for me and for my life, and I wish that for them. Whether they achieve it through this or another machine, I wish that for them. It's that important to me. Why would I recommend Spooky? I would recommend Spooky because it does give you a second chance, a second choice. A second road to go down, to go somewhere with your health when you're told there's nothing more we can do. There's a very good chance that it's going to help and a very low chance that it's going to hurt. How many things out there can say the same thing? There's something powerful about that. There's something really magical about being able to take control as Spooky gives you the opportunity to. So for those of you who are thinking about using Spooky, if you have an ailment now, Godspeed. I wish you the best of luck. I do hope you try it. Start small and go from there. If there was any advice that I could give, it would be just be patient with it. Sometimes if you don't use it correctly, you may not see any results. You know, you got to give it time though. There's no pill you're going to get from a doctor that's going to work in an hour. You shouldn't expect a fingernail and a remote to heal you in an hour either. So be patient with it. For those of you who have used Spooky, let's pay it forward. Let's start that movement. Let's continue that movement. Let's continue what Rife's vision was of a machine in everyone's home and people having control of their own health. How awesome would that be? Thank you all for listening. I wish you all the best of luck and have a great day.